إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إله الأولين والآخرين، قيوم السماوات السبع والأرضين. وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وقرة أعيننا محمدا رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة. أجارني الله وإياكم من النار. اتقوا الله عباد الله. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أيها المسلمون عباد الله، إذا كانت القوانين الوضعية الأرضية تهتم بإسعاد المرء في دنياه، وقد تهتم به فردا على حساب الجماعة، وقد تغمطه حقه على حساب الآخرين، فإن الشرائع السماوية المنزلة من عند رب العالمين جاءت لإسعاد الإنسان في الدارين، وقصدت إلى نجاته في دنياه وأخراه، واهتمت به فردا من ضمن جماعة له عليها حقوق ولها عليه حقوق. ومن أجل هذا فقد جاء الإسلام بكليات 5 أو ضروريات 5 أوجب حفظها وحمى حماها وحد الحدود، وشرع التعزيرات للحيلولة دون النيل منها. إنها الدين والنفس والمال والعرض والعقل. أما الدين فالإنسان مخلوق لعبادة ربه، وهو عائد إلى مولاه ومحاسبه. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. وقال جل وعلا: أفحسبتم أنما خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون. فتعالى الله الملك الحق لا إله إلا هو رب العرش الكريم. ومن يدع مع الله إلها آخر لا برهان له به فإنما حسابه عند ربه إنه لا يفلح الكافرون. وقال سبحانه وتعالى: إن الدين عند الله الإسلام. وقال تعالى: ومن يبتغي غير الإسلام دينا فلن يقبل منه وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. ومن يرتد منكم عن دينه فيمت وهو كافر فأولئك حبطت أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام: من بدل دينه فاقتلوه. All praises and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him and we thank Him for all the blessings upon us. We testify and we bear witness that there is no God who deserves to be worshipped. There is no God who deserves to be worshipped except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, without any partner. And we bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a servant of Allah and the last messenger sent to mankind. We pray, and jinkind, we pray and make peace and blessings and salutations of Allah be upon him. And we pray, may Allah bless his family and the Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them, and those who will follow them until the day of Qiyamah, may Allah make us among them. As usually, after we praise Allah, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we advise in ourselves. We always advise ourselves to have taqwa of Allah, to fear Allah, to be conscious of Allah, to respect Allah, to live upon the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to live according to His will. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been commanding us in the same way all the messengers who came before, Allah command them and their people, their community, to have taqwa of Allah. Because it is the key of your success in this dunya and the hereafter. And do not allow yourself to live in this dunya unless you are in total submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah doesn't want us. No, nobody among us should live this dunya unless you are in total submission to Allah. And these have to be proof, the kitab and the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Today, khutbah, brothers and sisters in Islam, we all know that anywhere you go, any country, they have their constitutions. They have their way, the law that you have to respect. Even a simple house that you will build, you build a house, you want to rent to someone, there is some certain things you write. And it's an argument between him and you. He shouldn't do this, he should take care of this, and so on and so on. So when it comes to the Ardullah, the world of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the same thing. He did not just leave us like that. When Allah created us, we have a way we should follow to please Him so that we have success in this dunya and the hereafter. And this is the Quran. It's the manual of life, the Quran and the Sunnah. It's the manual that when you bought a machine, you will have to see how to put things together before you use it, how to use it. It's the same thing with our Quran. And we always also respect the law of the land all the time, which is normal, it's good. And sometimes Muslim think those laws that Western, people wrote since years, saying that the right of a human and so on. So some Muslims even think that their way of life is better. The moment the Muslims think like that, and you think the way of life, the way of running things in this dunya of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and your deen is the other way, the way of kuffar, is better than the way of your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This take you out of the fold of Islam. May Allah protect us from that. So Islam came to tell give the right of everybody before even the Western think about it. And among those things, and especially in our deen, there are 5 things that Islam came to protect. 5 necessities. Ad-daruriyat al-khams. It's 5 things that Islam came to what? To protect. The first thing we will go with them, mention them, all of them together, then we go one by one if you have time, inshallah. It's to protect the deen of a human being, and especially Islam. Islam came to protect your religion. Even other people, you're not supposed to go and destroy the place of worship of other religion. You are not allowed. This is we call sacred places, and the religion is the Islam came to protect your religion. The second thing is your nafs. The soul in the life of a human being. It's Allah who creates. So nobody has the right to take away the soul of anybody. That's the second one. The third one is the wealth of a person. It's money, it's buildings, properties, whatever it is. The wealth of a human being should be protected. Islam came to protect that. And the fourth one is the aql. Is your what? Your intellect. The intellect of every human being. Not only Muslims, every human being, his intellect should be what? Protected. And the fifth one, they say an-nasl or al-ilm. Sometimes they put them together or they separate them. Is to what? To keep the what? The progeny of a human being. And also the next one that is following it is what? The honor of a human being. So we go with the deen. Brothers and sisters in Islam, the deen is not anyone, it's you and I. If you call yourself a Muslim, you tell yourself that this is a contract that you have with your Lord, that you will take care of the deen. In your house, in the Masjid, everywhere you are, you represent the deen. Especially when it comes to Islam, your deen. When you are Muslim, you represented Islam. You are representing Islam. Do not behave anyhow. When they see you, they should always see Islam. And it's easy for people to judge a Muslim right away with his Islam when he commits something that is evil. The enemies of Islam, they will always connect it to Islam. And you have to respond that in the day of Qiyamah. If you did something, you act foolish, and somebody look down upon Islam because of your deen, because you did it, the day of Qiyamah you will have to respond. You are responsible of taking care of Islam. Islam came to protect the deen. The reason why there is what? The reason why there is education in our deen, in our religion. You have to teach your children how to behave. You have to teach your children the deen. You have to yourself learn your deen. That's the reason why it's faridah. Certain things it is mandatory upon you to learn in your deen. To know how to pray. If you're doing business, you have to know what is haram, what is halal. You have to learn it from your religion. The deen comes to protect other people who are worshipping also. They don't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's no compulsion in Islam, of course. But you're not supposed to go and what? And kill them. That's not your business. The reason why there is jihad. And today Muslims even don't understand the reason of jihad. Jihad did not come to kill people anyhow. To fight people anyhow, no. The jihad is there to protect the deen. And the deen that is mentioned is always the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we always come back, we say it doesn't mean those who worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to go and maltreat them. No. وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنُ قَوْمٍ عَلَىٰ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا. Because of animosity that we have when it comes to the deen, because we have to show them that we are bari, we are far away from what they worship. But it doesn't mean that we have to be unjust. If they do not attack us, we attack them. The religion comes to protect your deen. That's the reason why you have jihad. People who will come to attack your religion, that's when the Muslim will come out. Anyone who wants to look down upon your religion because of how you dress, because of your beard, you have to face them and tell them the truth without causing problem. So here subhanahu wa ta'ala, he's telling us he did not create us to just come live like that, enjoy, eat and just sleep and go. No, he created us to worship him alone. يوحدون. And he said, people think that I will just leave them like that. خلقناكم عبثا وأنكم إلينا لا ترجعون. We just create them like that. They're not going to come back to us, so that we judge what they have done. And anyone who is worshiping or who is doing anything else than Islam, Allah is not going to accept it from him. So brothers and sisters, say Alhamdulillah, and you ask Allah. That's the reason we have Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim. You ask Allah for what? To keep you firm in this deen. So the religion came to what? To protect. Islam came to protect your deen. The reason why also, when you look at the marriage, we're not supposed to marry anyhow, especially the sisters. To protect your religion, you have to marry a Muslim who is practicing, who is praying, he has good adab. The same thing. A Muslim man, you're not supposed to, choose anyhow. The Prophet ﷺ gave you a choice. You can marry a woman for 4 things. But he said if you choose a person because of the deen, you will be successful in this dunya and the hereafter. But for the sisters, you are not allowed to marry anyone except a Muslim. وَلَا تَنْكِحُوا الْمُشْرِكَاتِ حَتَّى يُؤْمِنُوا. Even for you, a Muslim man, you cannot even marry someone who's committing shirk. So today you see, we don't even care. We give our daughters anyhow, even if a person is committing shirk. He said, La ilaha illallah, but you know he's committing shirk. He's doing sihr, bid'ah. So you give your daughter to go and help him in bid'ah. That's the meaning. Go and help him in what? In bid'ah, in shirk. That's the meaning. And another, Muslim will come with good adab. Islam is there because he doesn't have this. That's it. Nobody care about him. May Allah protect us from that. The second thing that Islam is protecting is what? An-nafs. The life of a human being. A Muslim is not supposed to go and take a life, a human being, even in general. You are not allowed to take the life of another human being. Except for what? For the deen, illa haqqillah. When it comes to the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is not individually, who are, taking that decision. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. You are not allowed to take the soul of a human being. You are not even allowed to even put, touch them, harm them. It is haram. The Prophet ﷺ said, anyone, even the mushrik, it's not because they are worshipping idols that you go and kill them. No. And especially the life of a Muslim is sacred. Until the Prophet ﷺ said, for Allah to see the Kaaba being destroyed, it is better for him, for Allah is less anger for Allah than a blood of a Muslim being sprayed. And today look how our brothers and sisters Muslims are killed unjustly everywhere. It's a Muslim who are killing each other. May Allah bring peace and tranquility. The Prophet ﷺ said, Man qatala mu'ahadan lam yarah ra'ihat al-jannah. Even between you and a non-Muslim, if you have a pact, there is something that is between you. You have you have decided he does not attack you. You have peaceful life between you, and you go and you take their life. The person who did it will never even smell the what? He will never even taste, or he will never what? Sniff the smell of the Jannah. May Allah protect us from that. And the Prophet ﷺ said, when you're looking for the big major sins that are destructive, the thing that destroy a Muslim, he mentioned shirk and so on, and at the end he said, and for a person to kill a human being for no reason. May Allah protect us from that. The third one is the property of a human being, the wealth of a Muslim or a human being in general. Nobody is supposed to take or to eat the wealth, the money of someone without their permission for no reason. It is haram. وَلَا تَأْكُلُوا أَمْوَالَكُمْ بَيْنَكُمْ بِالْبَاطِلِ. You're not allowed to eat. You're not allowed to consume the wealth of another human being إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. Except that إِلَّا أَن تَكُونَ تِجَارَةً. Except that they accept that you guys doing business together. Today you see Muslims who are ready to even cheat on their Muslim brothers. And what is so scary is that Muslims are the one taking the wealth of what? The orphans. And when it comes to the orphans, subhanallah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يَأْكُلُونَ أَمْوَالَ الْيَتَامَى ظُلْمًا إِنَّمَا يَأْكُلُونَ فِي بُطُونِهِمْ نَارًا. Those who consume the wealth of the orphans, let them know that they don't eat it. It's not the wealth they are consuming, it's the hellfire they are putting in their stomach. So Islam came to what? To protect everybody's wealth. You are not allowed to take, take the money or to. That's the reason why you have interest. It's haram in Islam because someone is taking unjustly your money. He's abusing you in your world. It's haram. The reason why also it's haram for a Muslim, you sell something and a car that you want to sell, you know that it has a lot of problems. And you will hide it and take the money of another human being, even if he's not Muslim, the day of Qiyamah you will have to pay him back. And this is not only for Muslims. When you are selling and you sell to something that is not right, and the person thinks it is in good state, because you cheat on them, you just make it look like it's good. After they take it 2-3 days, they realize that it's not good. The day of Qiyamah you will have to pay back. Before you sell something to a person, let them know the problem that thing has. May Allah protect us from that. When I say that even the non-Muslim, they will take your right the day of Qiyamah, they will take it, even though it's not going to help them. This is the sad thing. You have prayed, this person never prayed, but he will come and take your prayer, the reward of your prayer. He's not going to make it to Jannah. The reason why Prophet ﷺ called one person a muflis, a bank robber, the one who has everything, then everything is gone. The day of Qiyamah. He explained that is the person who cheats on people. This one will come and take this, another one will come until when he will give away his good deeds. He doesn't have any good deed to give again. But people are still coming, asking their right. So at the end, those evil people will take their evil things and he will have to take that. May Allah protect us from that. So a Muslim, wherever you are, try to fight injustice. Do not take people's money. Do not allow anyone to take another person's money injustice. Try your best to, you are the one, you are there to what? To show Islam, to take care of Islam. You are the one who is an ambassador of Islam. Take care of it as much as you can. The third or the fourth part of our point of what? The things, the necessities of a human being that Islam came to protect is what? Al-ilm, the honor of a human being. A Muslim is not supposed to what? Humiliate another Muslim, another human being even in general. And especially when it comes to Muslim is even worse in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like the people who always, try to spy on people. It is haram, completely haram. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Man tatabba awrata akhi, anyone, and he called them, I think in the beginning he called them those, you who believe with your tongue, but the Iman did not reach your heart yet. Be careful of what? Trying to follow, to spy on a Muslim for the only goal to expose them, to expose their secret, their intimities. Anyone who does so, Allah is going to follow his hour. Allah is going to follow him also. Allah is going to follow his intimacy, to spy on him. It doesn't mean Allah doesn't see what we're doing. It's to say how serious it is. Then Allah will expose him even in his own house, the last moment of his life. Allah will expose that person. So Muslims today, we spy on each other. Look down upon each other. You will go, you don't know the person, you will go and then you humiliate him in front of other people. He's so. She's like that, she's that, she's like that, she's like that. Especially our sisters and our mothers. When they gather, it's always talking about other people. أَيُحِبُّ أَحَدُكُمْ أَنْ يَأْكُلَ لَحْمَ أَخِيهِ مَيْتًا? Did any one of you want to eat the dead body, the flesh, the meat of the dead body of his own brother, your own sister who's dead? Allah consider it like that. He's already dead. But you will go and take the meat, his meat, and eat. That's how Allah considers, for you to go and talk about someone you don't even know. Talk about their life. The community today, this is our business today. When we are on phone, it's always like that. So may Allah protect us from all those things. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. The 5 necessities الضروريات الخمس that Islam, the Sharia came to protect before even human right. So if Muslim, the whole entire world, they try their best to follow the way of Islam, everybody will be okay in this life. You will bring your car, even if you don't even lock it, nobody will take it. You will lose your wallet. Days after they will bring it, you will come back and you will see it. Because a human being, if he submit himself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he knows that Allah is watching him and he will be what? Judged for everything he has done. Nothing will be left. So he's scared of Allah, not for of people. Today, the way we drive, you will realize how much we drive so accidentally. It's only we even behave good when we realize that the GPS is telling us the police is there in front. And this is Muslim, you're supposed to even take care of that before. A Muslim, you have to check your even fire alarm in your house. A Muslim, look, we said that even when you come to the masjid, you will have to put your shoes by the racks over there, the shelves over there. But Muslims don't do it. And this is for our own safety, our life. So we are responsible all the time. When it comes to the deen, the same thing. You take care of everything. The masjid, wherever you go. And there are some brothers, mashallah, may Allah bless them. Brothers and sisters, when they go to any masjid, they try to put their hand in it. They try to be responsible. It's not the angel who will come down and take care of our masjid. We have to take care of it. And when it comes to safety, we have to do it also before even the law asks us. So brothers and sisters, when you come in, we only have one exit. And we don't even have emergency exit. So when you come in, your shoes can be something that the law hazard for the security people. It will cause more accident if it happens that we have to go out from the masjid. In your house, the same thing. Check the a fire alarm, everything. So for the ilm of a Muslim especially and a human being in general, Islam came to protect that. Just mind, you have to always focus on yourself. Your action, your a'mal, that's the most important thing. But other people is not your problem. If you see something wrong with them, you give them advice. You cannot give them advice and you take and you expose them somewhere. Allah is going to expose you. Worse than what you have done in this dunya before even the day of Khair. So may Allah protect us from that. The last point of of the 5 necessities that we're supposed to, always work on it and take care of it, Islam is come to protect, is what? The aql, the intellect of a human being. Your brain, the brain of a human being in general, and especially for a Muslim. The reason why the intoxications, anything that can damage your brain, it is haram in Islam. It is not when I take a little bit, it's okay. No, it is haram. Khamr, it is haram for you to consume it, to give to someone to consume it. or to help someone to consume it is haram, or make money from it, it is haram. Because some brothers think when it is haram, it's just, oh, but I sell it for non-believers. No. When Allah makes something haram, it doesn't matter. He doesn't want to see it on the earth. So don't be a source of what destruction of some people. When you look around in our countries and here, wherever we are, you see a lot of people who lose their mind. It's because of all those things that they consume. The enemies of the community, they always bring it. So Islam is telling us to stay away from all that. The reason why, even sihr, because sihr is always playing, is always affecting the brain of a human being. Islam came to protect the life of a human being. If Islam, the Sharia said that if a sahir, anyone who is doing magic, or he's doing, they call it the grigri, or whatever it is, to control the mind of a human being, other human being, or to put them down, their punishment, the penalty is what to take out their head, Islamically. It's because sihr can destroy a lot of people. And we see how some people, they cannot even do anything, they are not human beings anymore, because of sihr. So my brother, my sisters, don't go and ask someone to make magic, for your boss or your brother or whatever he is or she is. Don't even try that. You go there, the day of Qiyamah, you have to respond. The person did not see you, but inshallah, the Lord of that person is watching you, and the day of Qiyamah, you will have to respond. Sihr, khamr, drugs, all those cigarettes, it affecting a human being. It is haram, brothers and sisters. So we have to try our best to stay away from it. These are 5 things as Muslim, you think about it, you take care of it in your family. When you come in public, you take care of that. Your Islam all the time. Make sure you don't lose your Islam. Don't let anyone of your family member lose their Islam because of certain choices. If you realize you will send your child to a school where they may lose Islam, take them away from that school. If you realize the area you live, they will lose their Islam, take care of them and take them somewhere they can have their Islam. If you realize also your child is there, he can even be involved in drugs and stuff, take him away from that place. And you realize you yourself, you are sitting down, someone is talking bad upon a Muslim or a human being. Brothers and sisters, even politics people, those who are even unjust, you're not supposed to even destroy them in your talk. What is subhanallah? What is alhamdulillah? The reason why Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. For you to insult someone who is unjust, is it right? It's not right. It's not because he's unjust that you have to be also bad. For them to be bad shouldn't lead a human being to be bad. So we have to try, we are the one bringing peace. The example is like someone was insulting Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting down there, just insulting. And Abu Bakr was quiet, but the man continued. It came to a way where Abu Bakr he lose control of himself and he started responding. Then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam left. The moment the man was insulting him, the Prophet was smiling. But the moment Abu Bakr started defending himself, insulting back, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam left. Ya Rasulullah, am I not your friend? How come he's insulting you, you smile? The moment I start, giving him back his, insulting him back, you run away. So yes, the moment he's insulting you and you quiet, there's an angel who's taking care of that. Allah sent an angel who's taking care of that. But the moment you start doing it, it's Shaitan who was there, and I don't see what Shaitan is. Because the angel went away. Because you take care of yourself, the angel is not going to take care of that. Shaitan comes. So brothers and sisters, For a person to be unjust to you doesn't mean you have to be mean to them also. You have to protect yourself in your deen. And we have to make sure that our communities they are all safe. We take care of all those 5 things. One more time, lineage also is a part of it. For a person to get married, it's Islamically to keep growing so that the human lineage stay. All this Western thought that they brought, no marriage. Sometimes even they tell the Muslim, too much children is not good. Until Muslims even start killing their own children. Why Allah is telling you وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ خَشْيَةَ إِمْلَاقٍ? Because they are telling you, they are scaring you that, poverty. But Allah is telling you that نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُهُمْ وَإِيَّاكُمْ نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكُمْ وَإِيَّاهُمْ. Allah is the one who's providing for you and for the children. It's not you. So we all have to submit ourselves to the law of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the law of Islam, and we will be successful in this dunya and hereafter. May Allah save us. Allahumma izz al-Islam wal-Muslimin wa adhill ash-shirk wal-mushrikeen wal-kufr wal-kafirin wa dammir a'da'aka a'da' ad-din wa ansur ibadaka al-muwahhidin fi kulli makan. Allahumma ansurna wa la tansur alayna. Allahumma akrimna wa la tuhinna wa zidna wa la tanqusna. اللهم آثرنا ولا تؤثر علينا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما واغفر لنا والإخوان الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. تب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. أقيموا الصلاة.